man, this looks old. Good lord, where are we? Ha. Ha. Oh boy. Hey nerds! I'm as you can see, I'm actually currently doing some chain challenges. I'm doing the main story, and I just realized this might have been a mistake if I'm thinking about it, but I need to check and see where. Okay. So while we're doing this, I figured we'd talk about something fun that has been going on for a little while now. Okay? So, first off, I'm using all my dragon team, as you can see there. I'm using my main dragon team there, and I was trying to go through, I was doing chain challenges. I was like, it'd be fun, let's try out this again. So I brought them along. And while I was doing that, I was talking to someone about dragon units, oddly enough. And I'm hoping this will work out well enough. And you know what, I just realized something with this chain challenge. We might have to worry about that in a bit. But anyways, let's hope this works out. Okay, it worked out well enough. So, why exactly was I looking over this thing here? So this is an old tier list. This is actually from October of 2017. I think it was the 24th of October, if I recall correctly. Which is a little bit weird, because I don't see Ira on this list here, and I see Sigurd. I also see the performance arts characters, but I'm not too certain as to where. Anyways, but I do see Alm down there. Oh man, times sure have changed since last, but that just gives you an idea. And I was looking mostly at Dragonstone units here, because obviously dragons have really become a little bit more prominent since, well, I guess I could say a lot more prominent in the last few months, because the thing you're seeing on the tier list right there is that those are all of our Dragonstone units, all 6 of them. Right? Well, it was all 6 of them. In fact, 5 of them were from launch. One of them just recently, was like released maybe a month or 2 after. Ninian, of course, talking about. And that gives you an idea of how much had changed. But honestly, the reason why I was looking at that was because someone was like, Sages, a lot has changed since launch. Dragons have really come into their own, and I was just kind of confused by that, in a way, because I was looking over that, and I was like, have dragons really changed that much? Have things really, tipped in their scales? And I will go over a few things real quick when it comes to dragons. So, for a while there, we had these 6, and there was always this recurring joke, because Ninian came with fortified dragons, which was just, oh man, when's Hone coming? And that kind of became a joke, because dragons and Dragonstone units, they did not, at least from what I recall, did not get a unit for nearly a year. Another one. And and that's not even talking about some other things that kind of happened. So I'm just gonna, end this match here and just hope, dear God, I'm wrong in something, because I'm pretty sure, we're gonna run into an Exalted Crom, because that's just how it's gonna be. And I didn't think that through using a oh, God damn it, there he is. So he's gonna have his Falchion ability, and that's gonna end very poorly. At least for several of our units. Well, we'll worry about that when we get there. Anyways, so since we're here and just kind of talking about it, I figured I would go over what really changed to really make dragons a lot more powerful, because even though, they're still very much at the top of the list, things were obviously going to evolve and change them. And more often than not, Dragonstone units, almost all of them, are usually at the upper tier list now because of several things. One thing that really hit home was, again, Noe's a very strong unit. She was always a very strong unit, and when she was used for a lot of reasons. Mostly, namely, the biggest one that I can think of is Bravelyn became something of a staple for a lot of teams in Arena, just because of, how, you could get her for free at the time, because Choose Your Own Legends, you basically got a free version of whatever unit, and a lot of people went with Bravelyn just because they could, and, Bravelyn has become something that a lot of people get now. Lightning Breath and, the natural abilities of a dragon unit allowed her to basically not have to deal with Seke's Blessing, which was something that Bravelyn had, and that was before, of course, this magical thing happened, which was, the whole ability that refinements came, I believe refinements came in what? November, December, at least they were announced in November, then came out in December or something like that. I honestly forget exact dates, but, that tier list that you were shown was before even the refinement system came out, and refinement really added a lot to dragons. It was the whole thing that basically made it so if you were wielding a bow, dagger, tome, bow, anything like that, I said bow twice, I think, staff, anything like that, it was something that really elevated them even further because they were able to, basically pick which weakness they were going for, either resistance or defense, and that just decimated certain ranged targets. So, yeah, that was a problem, obviously. That really elevated dragons a little bit further, and it was probably one of the best base refinements for just a simplistic generic weapon, which I guess is what you could call something like lightning breath. We're not talking about Myr and her, great flame or expiration or anything like that. We're talking about base, weapons, and I still thought dragons were some of the best things that you could use your, at least your refining stones on, not do. But that was the first step in dragons, and then eventually we got Myr, who would come in and bring along something fun. 1, she could fly. 2, she had honed dragons, which allowed her to be in 2 teams at the same time, basically, and allow a lot more. Not that that was something that couldn't, be, but yeah, that's a lot more than I thought there would be, that's for damn sure. And when she came out, everyone was pretty excited about that, I'm pretty sure. A lot of people really loved Myr from Sacred Stones, and to see her in the game as what she was in her own, represented really well. It was pretty exciting, I have to say, but I'm really worried about what's going to happen with this Crom. We'll worry about that in a second. And naturally, things have kind of evolved since then. 1, we've gotten tons of new dragons in new shapes and form. 1, we got, of course, Evil Grima Male, who is our armored unit, who's really incredibly strong. And then we got our second, which is, a first for us all, and also another evil dragon in the form of Grima Female, and that is our colorless, which, really exciting stuff. Let me just let the archer and things come along. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to try and make sure, don't think we're going to be able to get Noe to fortify lengths, but we're going to have to... Oh, good lord, this is going to be bad. Either way, let's just, let's go. You know what, we'll worry about this in a second. But, honestly, dragons have always been strong. And when I was talking to this person over that tier list, yeah, you can still see that in the old previous tier list that came from this, and now while you're gonna watch Crom probably destroy this, this Noe or this Tiki, it was always something very interesting to look at, just to see how far things have come, and reminiscing about the past is always very fun, and that's why I kind of like talking about it, just looking at it and, rambling about it, because Golden Age, probably not the best phrasing for it, but it has, it's worth mentioning because for nearly 10, 11, 12 months, we had no new additions to dragons. None. And then in the last 3 or 4, we've had several. A lot. And that just kind of gives you an idea. Eventually, we're probably going to get, go dragons and things like that. But, that's just the level that they're at right now. And eventually, maybe one day, folks, we will eventually get those B-Stone units people have been wanting. Now let's watch Crom probably march over and kill Tiki. But you never know what will happen, folks. Oh, Tiki did it! Oh my god, I'm so proud of her. Alright, well, that was fun. That just gives you an idea. Falchion, in some ways, and Dragon Killers, we do need a little bit more, at least in some other color variants. But that's neither here nor there. Dragons have really evolved and made themselves at home, and it's really exciting to see. And I'm definitely really excited to see what, the future brings for even more of these little adorable dragons, be it evil or whatnot. For now, though, I'm really, really happy with what just happened there. So I'm going to continue on my way with what I'm doing. And, Golden Age and dragons and whatnot, it's fun to just look at what was there previously. I hope you guys don't mind me rambling. It's been fun. It's been an exciting little world that we live in, but if you manage to make yourself a dragon team, I think you'll be pretty excited and happy with it. Adult Tiki included, all of those dragons, if you happen to have any of them, will just do you real well, and you can really make a solid, powerful team that will continue to be what it needs to be in that regard. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to do the rest of this, but for now, folks, I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching, and don't mind my rambles. See you later, folks. Bye.